Recently, Hasbro re-released some of my favorite toys of all time. The real Ghostbuster toys. We're gonna check them out, and my original Ghostbuster collection. So let's check it out. Thanks for watching. All right, so we're gonna take a look at my action figures I had when I was growing up. I am so glad that my mom and dad let me hang on to these all these years. Normally, parents say get rid of your toys, pitch them, whatever, or they get broken or stolen or whatever. So I'm pretty lucky to have the majority of my Ghostbuster toys from when I was a kid. We're gonna look at the action figures, some of the vehicles, the Firehouse. I also have some Ghostbuster weapons, and then we'll take a look at the new re-released toys. And I'm not going to open those bad boys. So first and foremost, these are well-worn toys, and I played with them almost every single day. I love the Ghostbusters. I love the Ninja Turtles growing up and playing with them. Also, Beast Wars Transformers. I have a few of those, but most of them are in pieces. So don't look forward to any video with Beast Wars or anything like that. Maybe a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles video. Let me know in the comments below if you guys want to see my collection of TMNT toys. So yeah, these toys are well worn. Some do not work. And guys, don't be expecting too many toy videos on my channel. The only reason I'm doing this is because of the recently re-released toys by Hasbro. So yeah, these toys, like I said, there's a lot of damage. Now, some are not in the best working condition, like this guy. This is Ray, and his face is supposed to spin, and it's like a normal face. He goes from being normal to scared, so to speak. And I remember playing with this guy a lot. Now, I don't have any of the original Proton packs or the little ghosts that came with the Ghostbusters, but hey, at least I have these, right? So there's Ray, and there's all kinds of different lines that came out for the Ghostbusters. You had the original real Ghostbusters, and then you have all these other wacky ones where the Ghostbusters, they do weird expressions, or if you put water on them, their uniform looks like they have slime on them, and all sorts of weird, wacky things. Of course, that was very common in the late 80s and early 90s with toy lines. So anyway, you got Egon here, and this is one of those different variations, if you will. If you got his suit wet with cold water, I believe, it would turn pink. And I remember doing that for the very first time, and I absolutely loved it. I have a very strong nostalgia for this. Now, it does say 1983 Columbia Pictures. Of course, that is when the original movie came out. Next, we have Peter Venkman, and this is one of the re-releases. We'll look at that and maybe do a quick little comparison with the original and the new re-release. And I had so much fun with these growing up. I mean, look at this. This is Winston. And something I liked to do as a kid, I liked, especially around the 4th of July, I would buy like little M82 like little fireworks, and I try to blow up my old action figures. I wish I wouldn't have done that, but oh well. But Winston here, he's the only Winston I have. I swear I had the original one too, but I loved Winston. Now, if you push on his arm, he's supposed to, twirl his head out like that, and his mouth, expands like that or whatever. But this Winston has seen better days, but I'm still glad I have him. There it is. Next, we have another Ray toy. And again, look at that. That's totally awesome. I remember playing with this guy a lot as a kid. There it is. So yeah, you push on his arm, and yeah, I love playing with that. Here's another Ray. This is one of the original ones again, and we'll compare it to the re-release as well. So I also have Lewis Telly here, and oh my gosh, he is not in the best shape here, but I still love having him. For some reason, I think I play with him a little too much, and yeah, but he's still in pretty good shape. I'm surprised. So there's Lewis Telly. I also have another Egon here, and you wind him up like that. Let's make sure his arms are clear, and then his legs are supposed to spin. So let's see if we can get it to go. At least I think that's, no, his body spins. There we go. That's so much fun. Let's do it one more time. That's awesome. And then I actually recently picked this guy up. This is the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, and he got re-released as well. And very happy to have an original one in my collection. I don't collect toys too often, but when I come across some cheap Ghostbuster stuff, I know I had to have it. I think I paid like 15 bucks for him, and he's in okay shape. He's a little dirty. I could probably clean him up a little bit more. And then this is just a weird little remnant of a Ghostbuster toy. It's supposed to have like a little skeleton head on it. He had like yellow eyes. So yeah, it is what it is. I still have it, right? So here's the Ecto 1, and then I also have the Ecto 2. It's the exact same car. They just re-released it with the second movie that came out. So I understand why they did it. It's another cash grab. Now my Ecto 2, it is so dirty and filthy, and Ecto 1 needs to be cleaned up a little bit here too. And I'm missing a lot of the stickers. I'm also missing, there's like a little seat on top. I'm sure I can find it somewhere, but I loved playing with these little cars growing up. And in the back here, I'll show you just some subtle differences here. But in the back here, you would open this little hatch here. And I would use these for more than just Ghostbuster toys, okay? I'm saying like G.I. Joes, Ninja Turtles, etc. Now, here's a funny thing. Side note. You see this like pink stuff on my Ecto 2? Okay, that is legit slime. Ecto slime from back in the day. It's dried up Ecto slime. You can kind of see it. There's remnants of it all over this little car. If I can give you guys a little picture of it. Look at that. It's right in here in the crevices. So yeah, when I say I played with these toys, I mean it. I loved these toys as a kid so much. I also had the opportunity when Ghostbusters 2 came out, I had the opportunity to visit an actual Ghostbuster car replica. And we got to visit it in a Hardee's parking lot of all places. And oh my gosh, it was so cool. And I'm sure one of these toys I had with me that particular day. So back to the car itself. So it's like a ghost capture thing, and you have this little hook, and they don't work as well as they used to. But the theory is basically if you want to try to grapple a ghost, there's a little component under here, right here, and you turn it over to there, and when you start driving, you capture the ghost. And that's really loud. And I'm gonna keep that in the video. Man, my Ecto 2 has seen some abuse, and it is not in the best shape, but I'm gonna keep it that way. I don't care. I would love to have one complete in box, like a brand new one, but my gosh, I'd probably have to fork out like $200 or $300. I don't know how much they're going for. I'm more of a video game collector than a toy collector, and I don't know the prices for, say, Ghostbuster toys over NES games or N64 games. So yeah, these will stay in my collection forever. I love them, absolutely love them, and I need to clean them up a little bit. Here's the Ghostbuster house, the Firehouse, and I loved playing with this as a kid. I had a lot of huge play sets as a kid. I had this, the Technodrome. I also had the Bat Cave, and oh my gosh, I love putting these all together and just making up some crazy story with Ghostbusters, Ninja Turtles, and Batman. I'll show you guys the side here in a second, and we'll take a look inside the Firehouse. Now, I'm missing quite a few pieces. I'm missing the doors here that you see, and I'm also missing the containment unit. Those are some big pieces that are often missing, but I do have the sign, and I do have the fire pole. So those pieces, they go missing pretty easily too, but I'm happy to have those. I'm not looking to complete this Firehouse per se. I'm going to keep it as is because just childhood memories. And oh man, it's just so cool to have. I also want to show you guys the top of the building. This is kind of cool because if you had some Ecto slime, you could drip it onto your Ghostbusters and it would fall through the Ghostbuster house. I'll show you guys here in a minute what that could look like. I wish I had some Ecto slime, but here's the side of the building as well. I love these stickers. The stickers on the inside are probably some of my favorite things with this play set. I'm going to show you guys the stickers inside the Firehouse itself. On top, you have this little old lady, and I have no idea why she's there, but I love that as a kid. So this shelf is amazing to me. I don't know why I'm still attracted to it, but you have like a little cola can, a bust, and a bunch of books, and it looks like there's some scrolls. I don't think I remember seeing those scrolls. And then over here, you have like another little bookshelf. And again, I loved playing this little area as a kid. The last stickers I'm going to show you guys, this is kind of like the workstation for the Ghostbusters. And the containment unit, you would put it right here in this area. It was big, it was red. Now, if you parked the Ecto-1 in the Firehouse, you had to take it out. But as a kid, did it really matter? Not really. The last thing I'm going to show you guys with the Firehouse is the fire pole itself. In the original movie, one of my favorite things was that fire pole that Ray went down and all the other Ghostbusters went down when they got a call. So here, you replicate that moment over and over again. Let's see if we can get it to work. It's old, older than the hills, but you put your Ghostbusters on this. And oh my gosh, this thing is so old and crusty, but it kind of works. You guys get the picture. And they go to the bottom and they're ready to get in the Ecto-1 to go bust some ghosts. Before we get to the new toys, I wanted to show off some of my Ghostbuster equipment that I had as a kid. Now, I swear I have the Proton Pack, but I cannot find it. I know I have it in my junk somewhere, and if I find it, I will show you guys sometime. But here we have, this is a ghost trap, and there was like a little wire here and a little pump, and it would open up, and you would pretend like you're a Ghostbuster trying to catch some ghosts. I spent a lot of time with this thing in my Proton Pack and my Slime Pack, and I'm lucky to have it in this shape, to be honest, with all the moves and travel that I've done over the years. Next, you have the Slime Pack. This is from the second movie. And I'm missing the actual gun, if you will. But oh my gosh, I remember getting this. I believe I got it for Christmas one year, and just so much fun. 1990 Columbia Pictures Kenner. And oh man, this thing was so radical to have around the house to play and to pretend like I was a Ghostbuster. The last weapons I'm going to show off here, this is like a little light gun here, and you'd have to put in some 9-volt batteries in here, I guess. And the really cool thing with this, you can tell it's Ghostbusters here. You could shine these on the wall and kind of manipulate them a little bit. And you got Stay Puft, the little orange monster that's associated with Ghostbusters. You got the dog, a skeleton, Slimer, and then Gozer, the Gozerian. Kind of cool. And I have 2 of these. I don't know why I have 2 of them. And the last time I played with one, they worked. I might have found this like at a thrift store somewhere. Who knows where I found it. And then this is like a little Nerf gun. I don't have any of the original like Nerf bullets, if you will. But you put the ammo in here, and you put it in here. You cock your Ghostbuster proton pack gun and shoot it out like that. And I remember playing with this thing all the time. I didn't use it for Ghostbuster plays per se, but man, it's still in pretty decent shape. Now this could have been any kind of gun really for the 1980s. Slap a Ghostbuster logo on there and you're good to go. Alright, the last thing I'm going to show you guys are the new toys themselves. Now you can find these at Walmart if you're lucky. I recommend using Brickseek. That's what I used. And there's 6 total. Now they're in high demand right now. And of course, COVID-19 and all that stuff is kind of slowing down the progress of maybe tracking down these toys. You just might get lucky if you stroll down your local Walmart toy aisle. So first, we have Peter Venkman, and I'll show you guys the original toy here in a second. I thought they did an excellent job of recreating these toys in the original packaging. I don't remember the original packaging, but you get a proton pack with each Ghostbuster, and you also get a little miniature ghost to play with and a Ghostbuster. And let's just take a quick look here. This is really my first time kind of comparing the two. And of course, my Peter Venkman here, he's a little on the grungy, dirty side, but for the most part, kind of spot on. And I'm not going to unbox these guys. I'm going to keep them, and I'm going to display them in the game room, if you will. Now, with the proton pack here, you would just latch it on the back of your Ghostbuster here, and it would go on their arm. And you would just have a lot of fun with these Ghostbusters. I'll show you guys what's on the back. It's the same for each one. So it displays the original 4 Ghostbusters here, and just a little description of all 4 of them. And then you also get to see how to put on the proton pack and how it works. And then Stay Puft Marshmallow Man and Slimer. Yeah, these are totally awesome. When I heard that they were getting re-released, I had to track them down. And I'm not the biggest toy collector either. Next up, we have Ray Stantz, played by Dan Aykroyd. And here's his little creature that he's packed with in his proton pack. And I had the original. Now, the difference, it's in the eyes a little bit. The eyes are a little bit different. If you look at him closely, his eyes look a little bit more filled in. His don't for some reason. I don't know. I don't know, maybe if that's just an older toy. I don't know what the deal is, but there's Ray. And he was my favorite Ghostbuster back in the day, at least on the cartoon. Next, we have Winston Zeddemore, and Oh man, he was one of my favorites too. I loved all 4 Ghostbusters. Who am I kidding? I absolutely loved all of them. And I am almost 100% sure that I had this toy back in the day. And then there's his little orange monster. And I have no idea what happened to my original little monsters I had with my Ghostbusters. The last of the 4 Ghostbusters, we got Egon Spangler. And he's pretty close to what I remember as well, the red glasses. And when I think of the cartoon version of Egon, I don't understand why he's blonde. I just don't get it. But I still love both versions, if you will. And I actually remember him being in the Extreme Ghostbusters, the one that came out in the 90s, the cartoon series. And I loved that he was in that cartoon series. And there's his little monster there. All right, we got Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. And oh my gosh, he's a big boy and pretty close to the original from what I can tell, from what I can see. And I love Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. I would love to have like a little bag of Stay Puft marshmallows. I don't know where I would find some of those, but oh man, I love Stay Puft from the original movie. And then I loved fighting Stay Puft Marshmallow Man in the Ghostbusters game that came out on the PlayStation 3, Wii, and Xbox 360. Last but not least, we have the Green Ghost, or Slimer, aka Slimer. And he comes with some food here. It looks like he has a pizza. Now, I never had this toy as a kid. He has pizza, watermelon, and I guess that's like steak or something. Looks kind of gross. And I wish I had the original Slimer to track down. And yeah, that's all 6 of the toys for the Hasbro re-release of the Kenner original Real Ghostbusters line. So let me know what you guys think of those new Ghostbuster toys and my original collection. Now, if you're curious, they're going for about $15 a piece at Walmart if you're lucky. And I've seen them go online for like 30 bucks a piece. So I recommend using BrickSeek if you're going to try to track them down. Alright guys, well if you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. Also, I'm giving away a Super Nintendo Classic Edition towards the beginning of August. And all you have to do is subscribe to my channel. You can also follow me on Facebook at Retro Tony. Thanks for watching my video over my Ghostbuster toys. Have a great rest of your day. Here they are. Put them up on my wall in my little game room. I think they look pretty nice here. And I absolutely love these toys.